What's up, YouTube? Slash duelists, slash gamers, slash whatever. We've got an exciting one today. It's Gibonation versus Muraklinos, and they're going head to head. $20 Edison format game. I'm joined today by James.
High profile.
What's up, James?
Yeah.
Yes, high profile.
High
Very
profile,
high profile.
high stakes. Gibonation has been running some cash tournaments, but if I'm not mistaken, is a little bit newer to playing Edison format in general. So
I did
we'll
actually
see.
play Paper Edison
For sure.
with Gibby
I
during the actual
yeah.
format, but he
You
hasn't.
have history.
Yeah, he hasn't played it as much as he's played like Goats, for example. For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty, active GOAT player. And in the matches that I've seen, he's been mostly labbing X-SABERS. And
here we are.
I haven't seen him play very much against Gladiator beasts. And I think that, no matter what deck you're playing, if you're unprepared for Glads, you get fucked up. But especially X-SABER.
Yeah, I don't think X-SABER has a great Gladiator beast matchup. If I'm gonna be real, if I'm gonna keep it real.
No.
I think
I don't believe it does either.
Well, especially if you look at this draw, right? It was just set Emer's Blade pass, no traps.
Right.
And that's you don't want no traps. You don't want no traps against.
I don't know if that
Glads.
necessarily means he has no traps, because getting this in defense is kind of interesting.
It's a little sus because Full Helm Knight can bop you. You know what I mean?
Full Helm getting back a Rajagura alone is not that crazy, but yeah,
it does put two names in play for a fall troll, so it's like it's a real threat.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
These duelists opting not to play in the classic mode for the aesthetics of being able to set their cards like this, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate it. Maybe Gibby has Storm, right? Is that what you're going to say?
Sure, yeah, like Storm, and the same idea of why you wouldn't want to set it's not exactly the same, but why you wouldn't want to set a trap if you have Storm. The whole X-SABER deck is setting up for Hyunlei plays if possible. So if you're setting more back row, then it just gives them the opportunity to chain MST or Dust on that.
True. It does make it that your Hyunlei won't pay off as much. It won't give you that much of a nut. I agree.
And if he wanted the Ember's Blade to trigger, so even if he had a bottomless trap hole there, I think it's not insane depending on the hand to not set it.
True. Here we are, Giant Trunade.
Yeah, and now maybe this gets punished by a Full Helm Knight.
This could be a Full Helm Knight. This could also be Cat Fall Troll GG.
Yeah.
This is kind of a scary thing. You see Trunade from an X-SABER player, and it's
kind of see Trunade from any player, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and you're just maybe I'm just dead, Maybe that's it. Maybe that's life, Maybe that's life.
Maybe I'm done for,
Honestly, when my opponent activates Giant Trunade, it sends me into a cataclysmic existential crisis.
For sure. Well, so this is the thing in defense didn't end up mattering, but
this is a real thing that's happening right now.
Yeah. This is the thing that I don't think it's a great matchup for X-SABERS, but at the same time, Glads are just sort of a fragile deck in general. So
yes,
anything that can generate their own advantage and not have to play this battle centric game, if they get up on Glads, are in a winning position. So here, it's he has a big monster. He already got rid of the Murmillo, so Test Tiger and Murmillo isn't even out.
Yes,
and
true.
He got the card from Arbella. But now, they're just even because of the Trunade. But
I honestly, I think this position is pretty tough from the Gladiator Beast deck. Coming back from an established board, if you don't have something like Prisma Tiger, you're gonna be down.
Well,
you're gonna be down. Let's be real.
I don't know, because it's so funny. I feel like I'm almost contradicting myself, but he could just set a prison.
He could. He could also set a Compulse. I know that the Gladiator deck likes to play Compulse. That's a pretty good one here.
Yeah, that's why I like cards like that so much, because I think, I mean, even if you are really experienced in the Glad matchup, you're sort of trying to turbo into like established board plus like a bottomless or something. But
Exactly. Exactly.
just so it's like you would burn a card like Trunade in order just to get to that position. But if you have a Prisoner Compulse, then you're still okay. You can stabilize.
Yeah, it does offset sort of established positions like this one, and
Yep.
right on cue. There's the deprison.
I like these videos that we really are very accurate in calling what happens.
Never wrong. One
Makes
might
me
say.
feel like I know how to play the game.
Honestly, yes, it is confirmation bias at its finest. The set, do you think that that's the Emmer's Blade? Honestly, it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he had
Personally, I
like
do.
better monsters, he probably would have played him last turn.
Also, if he had a Gothams, he probably would have summoned it. I don't know about that for sure, though. But
What do you mean in Gothams?
that emergency call.
Oh, he would have activated it. Yeah, he would have summoned the. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
So
if that's not a chariot, and this is the Emmer's Blade, then you can trigger it anyway. I wonder if
I wonder if the set is bestiari.
yeah.
Exactly. I wonder if Gibby's baiting him by saying, "Hope that's not bestie." Maybe Gibby has road.
I wonder what's about to happen here, because I mean I love the Gladiator Beast player setting their monsters. I think that's a really good way to like dance around cards like Bottomless and Prison that are normally really like ends your turn. You know, it just lets you have like 2 plays the following turn. You know.
True. We see the inclusion of Hoplamamalam from Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he's probably I mean the one thing to note is that the Mermillo is gone, so
it is. He could bring it back though, right? Like it's not.
Sure. I mean, it's more than likely going to be Daria. Oh shit! Yeah, this is crazy.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, he can do a lot here because also the X-Saber deck typically only runs one Rajagura. So, you know, if this is the Emmer's Blade, then he can just it has 800 defense, I'm pretty sure. So Hoplomous crashes it, Laquaria attacks it, he can search whatever he wants, full Helm Knight or whatever, but then he's getting 2 tags, which would be
probably Bestie and Darius.
Darius for the Mermillo. Yeah, and then he can end with Darius Gazaris.
Yep, and the Mermillo can, and basically the Gazaris can pop both the cards.
Yeah, you can go back to deck easily.
If the back row is Solemn Judgment, you almost have to play it here. Because
otherwise you just are gonna. And the thing is, if it is Solemn, you're actually okay, I think. To take.
Econ take. That's also fine.
Yeah, you have to because, like I said, because the Regigura thing. But this is not a great position. I mean, you're still just losing the Emmers. You're losing your whole board either way.
Yep, exactly. I was wondering if something like Econ to defense position on like one of them, but then you still just get Darius and then you can make like a Heraclino. So it's not like.
Oh well, I mean, it would probably just be, like if you,
or get Bestiari.
You would just get Bestiari. So it would depend a little bit on your hand. Like if you have an easier time dealing with, 2 monsters or the geysers, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's either way you're losing your whole shit, but it just depends what they.
Trunade and Cold Wave being played, nasty stuff.
I mean, does he have Cat?
If he has Cat, I mean, it's a game.
Sure. Yeah, I don't even know if I would do that. I guess.
Me neither. But I mean, if something like what is the card? You mentioned it earlier, Hyunlei, that guy. If something like a Hyunlei is getting played here, you might as well like book your.
There's almost no way for him to Hyunlei here,
unless it would have to be Catfall Troll.
Catfall Troll, yeah.
Yeah.
But if he has Catfall Troll, you like lose anyway. This doesn't do anything, so.
Yeah. That's true.
I think that keeping it because I mean, I don't know if this is what he's about to do, but it seemed like a fairly likely scenario would be just to go and do
Catastrophe
to
or
go
something.
and yeah, and then in which case you'd probably want to keep the book.
Yeah, yeah, I could see
The other
that.
thing that I mean, he didn't have it, but I guess the only other play that I would have had in mind is like if Gibby chained book to his own wave on the Laquari and he had a full helm as the last card. That
Yeah,
would have been really good, actually.
that would have been really, really good here.
It would have just left him with the Hyunlei against Murray's nothing.
Yes. Well, Murray would still have the Hoploness, but yes.
No, because he could get it back. He could get back to Emmer's Blade with full helm and attack over.
This is assuming that he doesn't book his Hoploness. Then yes.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Okay. True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Cold Wave pass. I mean, that's confusing though because it's like, what was he intending to do? Just attack over the Hoploness or something, maybe. But like,
I don't know about the Cold Wave pass here. Maybe he was just trying to get information. Maybe he's just going to game 2 in his head. Because, like, honestly...
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Because, like, if your hand sucks, like, and you see this board, I mean...
I guess. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't think it's very likely he's going to be able to win, but I also think that... I don't know, like, if you draw cat, you at least have a chance.
Yeah, if you draw cat, you do have a chance. If you draw cat, you draw full troll, you draw... Like, let's say, what do you think is in Givination's hand right now? Like, what's your reads? It's got to be, like, one fall troll, right? He's never had an opportunity to summon it.
Yeah, it could be fall troll. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, though, because, like, any X-Saber besides, like, maybe you would have summoned a full Helm Knight, but, like, anything else... you would probably just keep in your hand, you know?
Yeah, probably. Or else it'll just get
So
bot.
it could just be more Emmer's Blades, more Airbellums, you know?
Exactly. I could see that
I
for
think
sure.
he might even play some of the other ones. So
You think he plays something like, who's the 2100 guy? Guard Strike? Is that his name?
yeah, exactly.
That guy's pretty good. I mean, I slept on him. I mean, like, he's better in the more, like, not so, like, what's that card at one with the sword? I think he's better in those types of situations. But,
yeah, I mean,
this is
I don't like him that much, but
kind of expected.
yeah, he's just gonna make the Hyunlei, I guess.
You mean Heraclinos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting mixed up.
Yeah, well, because making a Heraclinos here is interesting, right? Because if your set isn't specifically Chariot, and Gibby has something like, let's say he has something like a Raiko, all of a sudden you have a game. So,
Yeah,
I almost like just like getting a quest and like getting something back, because this deck, if your back row is real, you don't need Heraclinos. There's no spell card that you need to stop from this position, right? Except maybe Brain Control, maybe. But do you get what I'm saying? Like
oh
maybe.
yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think people make Heraclinos a little too often as if it's like this thing that's going to protect you from everything, but in a lot of ways, like having multiple Glads is better protection.
Yeah, making a Heraclinos on this position is actually just it's weakening the position. I just got disconnected from Dueling Book. Big F. Did that happen to
I'm just watching from the stream, to be honest.
Okay. Well, let's take this moment to say subscribe and subscribe to the videos. You guys have been killing it with that, but only about 50% of the people who watch our videos are subscribed. So it'd be really cool to see that little number go up on our YouTube page. Again, thanks for all the love and everything. Dueling Book, kind of the bane of our existence. Honestly, mankind, society, if Dueling Book didn't do this to people, you know what I mean? It would be such a better
well, if you're
place
able to
for
get
everybody.
back in than they are, you know.
Yes, but the issue is
Momentary distraction.
there are no active games on Dueling Book. So
You probably just have to refresh it.
Do you see what's happening right now?
Yeah, this has happened to me before too. This is cursed. Cursed dueling book hell.
This is so cursed. What does it say?
I think you just have to refresh the page or something. This has happened to me before.
Okay. It's cool. We can exit. We can exit. Exit. Relog in. Oops. Deck constructor. Oops. Leaking. Leaking. Oh, video leak. This, and you know this shit isn't getting edited. You know that's not how we come in. Okay. What's their username?
Gib.
Gib. Okay. Sorry about that little interruption. We're back. Temporary
setback.
Very temporary.
Heraclinos. So I mean, I think it's pretty clear what happened. He made Heraclinos, Gibby set, and now
a Space Typhoon's being activated on the attack declaration, which is really good if this is a Raikou. Okay, it's not a Raikou,
right.
but
I just didn't want to get charioted.
Yeah. And
okay.
Murray thinks his 2 cards in hand are better than his set Bottomless Trap Hole, which I can honestly vibe with, because Bottomless versus X-SABERS is not that great. It's generally a commonly sided out card.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but yes.
Yeah, it does have some application specifically against Rescue Cat and Airbellum, but
yeah, and depending if they have
the
other stuff like Gary Strike or Cyber Dragon,
Yeah. Smashing Ground main deck. I like Smashing Ground main deck. I think it's pretty good.
So he just main 2 Smashing it. That's really good, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of other stuff there that would have... I mean, like, any other summoned Glad would have kind of done the same thing, but...
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
True. This full helm might pose a problem.
Yeah, it's probably just going to block another turn. I mean, if the card in hand that we've been saying, like, is Fall Troll, then, I mean, it puts him on... Assuming Murray doesn't draw a trap, it puts him on being able to draw any X-Saber and potentially go off.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
So, I mean, Gibby's doing what he has to do to stay alive. I don't really see it as anything other than that.
If Muraklinos had left the other Glads in play, I feel like this would have been a lot quicker of a game.
Would have been over.
Would have been over. So I think this is maybe a 3rd syndrome on our list of syndromes, the Heraclinos syndrome.
Dude, I'll enter it in the Yu-Gi-Oh! DSM.
Yeah, we need like some, what is like a medical, like, sort of like log or dictionary or something.
The DSM is like I don't even know what it stands for, but it's like where they log all like the new like health disorders, and it's where like I think like being gay was listed in it until like like a certain year or something like that.
It's like
insane. The catalog
that's fucking crazy.
It's like the catalog of mental illnesses or something like that.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's like all the shit like that. But that's why we need the Yu-Gi-Oh version. Video coming soon.
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh DSM coming soon to a channel near you. Or is that how it works? To the edit.
Yeah. In the physical space that is the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. Metaphysical.
Surrounding you.
Divination in the tank probably did end up picking up something like a monster and a Fall Troll. Oh shit!
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh shit!
So did he attack it? He did attack and it just procs the Fall Troll or the Fall, right?
Yeah.
Well, dude, now he can do. Well, he could do 2 things. He could go.
He could just make Gotems, right?
No, I think the better play is if he is running Raikou. Oh, what?
What? This can't be right. Maybe he doesn't play Raikou and the card in hand's Airbellum. That's the only reason you would ever do this.
Well, I mean, if you just also don't want to risk the battle trap, that's also sort of a reason. But
can't you? No, you can go Hyunlei first and then go Gotems, right?
No, you can't go Hyunlei because you don't have a non-tuner. What I was gonna say is if you did have the Raikou, you go Airbellum Raikou, make Catastor with Full Helm and Raikou, and then.
Is there any reason not to bottomless the Black Rose? That bottomless would have clipped that cat. That was pretty I mean, heads up playing around the second bottomless.
If you let that MST on the bottomless go and he sets after, he knows it's like a better card than bottomless, right?
Yeah. Pretty heads up play from Gibbonation. Good, good,
Yes.
good
But if
read.
he
It's
did
a
have
good
a
read.
Trico, I
It's
mean,
a good read, honestly.
but it kind of, I don't know.
It is one of those things where it's like you can't play around Chariot no matter what, but you can play around
Right.
Bottomless. So you might as well
I guess,
you
but I
might as
just
well
feel like
play
you still
around
lose.
Bottomless.
I feel like you still lose this game.
You
That
might, you
Gladiator,
might,
like,
but you're in it now. You know what I mean? Like
are
before
you though? It's like
in it,
I feel like I would rather give
in it.
myself a chance to actually win rather than like prolong the inevitable against Glads. You know, like if you just have to bet
What?
that he doesn't have a good card, then that might be what you have to do. You know,
What could you possibly set here? It's got
for
to be
Murray,
like, yeah, it's got to be like
Test Tiger,
a jar, right?
Test Tiger.
Yeah, Test Tiger.
If you're worried about the Airbellum,
True. Maybe he's thinking that the last card in Gibbination's hand is the Airbellum.
I mean
That,
that's what we just said.
yeah, but
Like if he's making the same inference that's why he didn't use the cat, but I don't know.
but if you set the Tiger, I mean, like, I guess it prevents the damage from the Airbellum if you don't have the out. You could honestly just keep both cards in hand and then hope to draw something, and then convert your Test Tiger.
Yeah, it depends what his trap is. I mean, if his trap's not a battle trap, also, right? Because if it was, then he could just keep the tiger and then prison or something.
Yeah.
But I think actually what you said at first, that this just might be jar, is probably a little more accurate.
Yeah, who do you think Jar favors here?
Murray, because Cold Wave and Trinidad are already gone.
Yeah, it's and Space Typhoon, so it's only Heavy Storm
Yeah.
and some
And
potential
Murray
number
still
of
has a
trap
solid
stones.
stuff.
Yep. Murray still does have a solemn. And this would be like he would have the initiative after the jar resolves because the battle phase and the normal summon will be gone from Gibby.
Well, I mean, that's assuming if he just like summons and attacks it. I don't know if that's what he's going to do.
Well, either way, if this is jar, Murray has the initiative.
Yeah, sure. Thinking.
Gibbination says, "How scared are you of my gores?"
Is that really what he thinks is happening? Like,
And then Muraklina says, "I don't believe in gores," which is true. Gores is a myth.
I think that's a good way to play.
Yeah, gores is a myth.
Absolute ignorance of gores.
Yes. Some might call it jors. I've heard jors said before. Yeah. I like how Gibbination spells lickery.
What did he say?
He spells liquari like liquor. That's so based.
I like when people just decide to spell cards however they want. I do appreciate that.
It is based. Or pronounce cards like Super Ancient Deep Sea King Coelacanth. You know? That type of thing. I think that shit's hilarious.
Yeah. That shit is pretty funny.
Darius. Gladiator
Especially
beats
when they beat
Darius.
you with it.
Yes, especially when they beat you with it. I love when my opponents say the wrong thing and beat me. It's not tilting. It's actually funny. So funny. Haha.
I love it.
Murray says, "I heavy into 3 back row. I ain't afraid." That's big dick energy. Honestly, from experienced Edison duelist, it's almost always right to just heavy into multiple back row because they usually don't have road. And like,
I disagree.
I always heavy. See 4 sets, always heavy.
Dude, this guy better hurry up. Wasting my time.
He's got 2 cards in hand.
I have broccoli to cook.
You have broccoli to cook?
I'm literally cooking broccoli right now.
James, are you a vegan?
What do y'all know about that? No, I'm not vegan.
Okay.
There's 2 personal. 2 personal. The Edison people don't get to know about my diet.
They don't get to know about James' diet when?
James' diet reveal when?
James' skincare routine when?
I'll drop the skincare routine. I'll drop the skincare routine at 1K.
Okay,
sure.
Honestly, to our viewers at home, right? We have literally 0% female viewership.
They love skincare.
If there was something like we know a lot of you guys probably live with your girlfriend or your mom or whoever, right? If there's any way we could get you guys to put them onto the Ed and Edison channel, it would really help us out. You know, just
It would help us out. The demographics would look a lot better for our potential advertisers.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Big Edison is really.
We need a more diverse field. I think that would
diversity
be great for us.
is the name of the game in 2021.
And speaking of the game, here we go. Morphing jar. We out here, baby.
But see, it is. I mean, we said that it favors Murray, but like,
no, it just does.
I also feel like Gibby was kind of down bad. So if this is like a better shot than he had before of potentially winning, then
if Gibby has something here like 4 trap cards and one of them solemn.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, like, then it's a game, dude. Because, like, this Airbellum...
road, and he already knows that Murray is going to slam
the storm. Yeah, he's got the information. He's got the data.
I mean, even... Dude, if he had, like, double Gothams here...
Oh, my God. Double Gothams would be nuts.
And he hasn't used any.
Yeah. He hasn't used any.
I probably has at least one.
Yeah, he's also used a grand total of 0 trap cards, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a lot of different things.
He's used prison.
But that's true. Grand total of approximately...
Ignoring a whole color.
Approximately 0 trap cards. The Gothams does get you your fall troll back, too, because of the Rajijura?
Not if you do it on chain, though. That's actually...
what do you mean?
A ruling to know. It's optional, so you can't chain the Gothams in.
Oh, because it misses timing.
Yeah. No, it just end phases it. Yeah.
Big if true.
If he has like stun.
If he has stun, Murray has to have specifically solemn.
For the stun.
Yes.
Yeah, he just gets like Raji Emmer's Blade here, right? I think.
I don't know. It depends on your other set cards.
It depends if he has stun.
Yeah, it depends on your other set card. If your other set card's also Gothams,
right,
then it doesn't matter.
But at least you're not worried about Chariot either way.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, it's not like
in the clear.
I feel like I would not be very tempted to get full helm. You know, like I don't think that whatever he said is. You know, I don't think that's going to be the play regardless. You know, like either the Hyunlei works and then like you don't even care about resolving the full helm, or if the Hyunlei doesn't work, then like the full helm's not going to resolve through 3 back row.
This dust shoot's pretty clean. Very clean. This set card not a stun because I think you would have. Yeah, I think you would have traded it. Yeah, or not traded it, but activated it.
No sense in using it at a different time for no reason.
Yeah. Do you just raw Hyunlei?
Dude, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst play, especially if he has like a second
X-Saber name that he can normal summon, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or a second Gothams.
Also true. But if he had a second Gotham, something tells me... Oh yeah, that's right, because he would play around Torrential.
Yeah, exactly. I was on the same page, buddy. I was thinking about the same thing. I was like, wait, would he have just end phase both? But I don't think he would. Because you could just go Hyunlei, if it gets stopped or if it gets torrential, then you just summon your other normal summon another guy. Use the second Gothams. Hyunlei again. Fuck it.
Yes. Interesting stuff. I wonder. Raw Dog Hyunlei is not the worst. Both bottomless are gone. It's literally like only Solemn.
Road.
Right?
Definitely risking Road.
Yes.
But if maybe Murray's whole plan was telling him, you know, I never care about Starlight Road. And so he knew he was going to draw into the Starlight Road. And so he's baiting Gibbonation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe he is. It's like a 3D chess type bait. What if the play is just like
Attack. I
no,
mean, it might
it's
be
never
something
attack.
Vultural first.
Well, his fall troll
Yeah,
got
like
dust shooted.
that's the one that got sent back, right?
Yes, yes. So unless he has another fall
Oops.
troll, then here we are.
Well, I feel like I mean it depends what else he has because Hyunlei for one is not the worst play if he can then do something else after, but like I wouldn't I think it's probably a worthwhile risk to take depending on depending on what else he has. Actually, Hyunlei for one is maybe okay cuz like he's up cards, you know.
If I'm Hyunlaying here, I'm Hyunlaying for the full amount.
I know you are.
Yeah, I like. Why are you even making that shit if you're not gonna fucking? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whoa, someone else is a subscriber to the Swap Club, dude.
Well, the only thing I wonder though is I wonder at what point he drew that because I wonder if
Oh, he drew it off the jar, right?
well, or if he drew it for turn. That's what I mean. Because like if he was end phasing the Gothams,
He might have
then
got double Emmers, is what you're thinking.
or something like a full helm, so then he could like switch whatever he was going to swap to defense.
Yes, agreed.
But and the fact he did not do that, I guess means he's not going to try to full helm it.
Yeah. This is actually, I think, a worse play than just Yan Lang.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I
this
know
is what I'm
that's
saying. If
crazy,
you had to
but
swap, I feel like Hyunlei for one and then swap the Rajagura is like actually an okay play.
I feel like
But
now
I
you're
would
just
still
playing
probably
into
go for it.
force. You know what I mean? What if this set is like I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what he got from.
It's got to be Hoplimus or something. Like it's got to be Hoplimus.
I guess.
The jar's already gone unless it's like specifically Reaper or like
No, but this is what I was kind of saying before. I mean, people set all sorts of stuff in Gladiator beats.
to play around what? Like bottomless and stuff? I guess.
Yeah, like a Ready Ari could be set there if he had a
It
prison
could
behind it.
actually be a bestiari.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it could even be that, yeah. Cuz that's something that couldn't attack over the Airbellum.
A Murmillo.
Yes. Yes, Murmillo for
And
sure.
then, like, if he has the battle traps to clear, then, like, you would rather just be up on the summon and be able to flip and
Do you
play
know
the
what-
potential.
Do you know if Hyunlei needs an X-Saber tuner and an X-Saber non-tuner, or how's it worded?
I think it might just be an X-Saber non-tuner and a tuner. I'm not sure on that actually.
That doesn't make
I think it just rarely comes up because like there's
only X-Sabers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could make it with Sangan. That's
So
what
we
I'm
had
curious
another
about.
Velcro. Oh
He did have another
no,
Velcro.
I mean, well, you can't make it with Sangan, so I guess it's probably it's either it requires two X-Sabers or an X-Saber non-tuner. I don't remember.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is good too. I mean, or not good too. It's just like also fine. You just get back. Now, I guess you get back another Ember's Blade and you just make Hyunlei either for 1 or for 3, and then even if it gets stopped.
I think I'm just making it for the full amount because like the only thing that's really gonna stop you out of the Glad's deck is like Starlight and Solemn, but he still has 27 cards in deck. So you're playing the odds. You know what I mean?
He's making a level 6.
Yeah, this is really interesting. What is this? What's the point of this? Is he trying to set up like an Armory Arm Colossal sort of deal? Also, how is this Morphing Jar in play?
Normal summon.
Normal summon. So Gibby plays Morphing Jar.
Apparently.
Maybe that's his inclusion over the Raikou.
Yeah, I mean,
Does he have
like
Does
what?
he have a loop here? Is there a
No.
loop?
If he has Gotham's, it's not a loop. It's um actually maybe it is, but it doesn't do anything if he can't. Like it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean,
This
you can't like amass like infinite anything with this loop, or is it just it's just discard
not
the
if you
hand,
don't
right?
have. If you have the Gotham's on board, then it's a. You can either fill your field or you can, like, a way to think about it is every additional discard you have with Brionic, he's like another Faltrol summon, so it's another special summon off the Faltrol, you know? Since he has the
I see.
Regigiera, there's other stuff he could do, but either way, he would have to. The thing about it is, you have to make the Gotham's first to get the Regigiera off the field. Otherwise, you're just like kind of doing nothing, you know?
Yeah. This is a
This is
what
this
is
is
going
not
on? This
this
is
is not correct.
I don't yeah, I don't know if
what
this is
happening here, but it's not the whatever was supposed to be done.
Oh, he had a card in hand. Why could I not tell that he had a card in hand? What is he bouncing? He's just blind bouncing a back row?
Like,
What is
nah,
going
bro.
What is going on?
The play, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so if he had Rat, Faltrol, Morphing Jar, Swap. I think he should have done, like, I don't know. He only for 3 is probably the play, you know. But
Yeah, like what
not,
am I?
if you're not gonna Hyunlei for like straight like right up front, but if you're not gonna Hyunlei for 3, then what you can do is, like.
What is this play? Isn't this combination
Yeah,
of cards like some kind of like insane like
Good.
your opponent
No,
has
it's
no
not.
board, no hand, like
No, it's not. It's not because he doesn't have enough cards to like get to a.
he
Like you
could
can't
have
infinite
though.
open stuff.
Oh, you need double Faltrol, don't you? Well, I guess his first
If you have Faltrol, Rajagura, Gotham's, and another X-Saber,
and Brionic.
or well, I mean, you don't necessarily and you don't necessarily know that X-Saber, just, but then you can, and depending on like what order you make the stuff in, and if you still have cards in hand, then you can do an infinite discard with bouncing. But it's because you have the Gotham's.
So he's opting not to flip the set and synchro with that. He synchros with his Faltrol instead. Oh, okay, that's because he has the Gotham's. Okay.
Okay, well, but then if he had this the whole time, then he should have done something else different too.
Yeah, this is a little, how you say.
Well, now he does
Sus.
have a loop because he can.
He can get back the Faltrol. Yeah.
He gets back the Faltrol.
Well, he doesn't have a loop because he doesn't have a card in hand, so he can't get the loop started.
No, he does. He gets back the Faltrol. He tributes the Rajagura and probably whatever else he gets back with the Gotham's.
Oh, and then he brings back. Okay,
yeah.
He brings back the Rajagura. Okay, I get it.
But even so, like, there is also a way to do this in such a way that
your opponent has no cards, right? You can leave your opponent.
Well,
with
you
nothing.
would I feel like I would prioritize getting rid of their stuff on the field first. But
yeah, me too. Because the stuff in hand's
the
like,
thing that
whatever.
he can do at the end of this though is he will be able to bounce another back row.
Yes.
And discard it.
Yes, he will. He will have one more bounce. He can also like, depending on what the set card is, at some point he can do something with that. But it just depends on what the set card is.
Well,
the set monster, sorry.
He can't flip it. Because of swap. Okay.
Huh.
I mean, I guess his back rows just like weren't real.
Yeah, I guess they were just like proving grounds or something.
Weird.
That was
well.
weird.
I mean, even so, it would need to be like specifically Mirror Force, you know, because
it would have needed to be like Solemn Mirror Force because he needed to Solemn something at some point. That
no. I just mean by the point that we got to, like, it would need to be Mirror Force because he's gonna clear another back row and clear the whole hand, and then he's gonna swing with Brionic Gotham's, and even Prison there doesn't save him.
True. true.
So, I mean, what did we say? He jarred into double bottoms, and it got him there.
Yeah, I think the jar there was like, if you're a
Jar's a weird card.
why would you set it? I mean, I guess I get it because you have nothing
But
too.
otherwise you're just like vulnerable. You know, you're stuck top decking.
This reminds me of our Gladiator Beast video where we set jar and then we drew into 5 monsters. If you guys haven't checked out that video, it's poppin'. It's actually one of the hypest like videos on our channel, so definitely watch that. No spoilers, but never
You
lost.
definitely drew into Stalin traps. 4 of them, in fact, including Dushu.
Yeah, just 3 of them that did nothing. So it's kind of like, kind of curious, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what probably at least 1 chariot.
And he was gonna get at least 1 or 2 more cards because he had the Emer's Blade in play too. So that's gonna summon him something from his deck.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean though. It's like he's gonna do all the loop stuff with Brionic and Rajagura, and then it's gonna leave just after the loop. It's gonna leave him with Emer's Blade in a set back row, and then he's gonna swing with Brionic and the Gothams probably.
Now hear me out. Hear me out, right? If that morphing jar had been a Spirit Reaper, just hear me out. Would have been a lot better. I'm not like
I guess so. Yeah, but if like, you know, if Gibby was able to draw Gothams for like the turn following.
Well, because the Spirit Reaper attacks and gets rid of his guy. Then he has no cards and he top decks Gothams and he loses. So
sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's
right. If it would have been able to attack instead of being set, sure.
Yeah. Well, it was an open field when he set the jar.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I guess you know how to deck build.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, Spirit Reaper kind of based. Spirit Reaper kind of based. Okay.
Yeah. You know, if he also had another extra copies of Trapstun, it would have been better for Gibby too.
That's also
true. All the shit that wasn't there.
That's also true. If Gibby drew Trapstun like instead of his own jar. People love jar. I don't know.
Things that didn't happen.
Jar's heat.
Yeah, I thought you liked jar.
I do like jar. What is this?
Saber Slash. But he can chain book to it.
Yeah, this is just a down horrendous moment.
It's just a bad smashing ground right now.
Yeah, isn't Saber Slash always a bad smashing ground? Wait,
well,
what is he doing? What is he doing? Compulse the X-Saber. What are you doing?
Seems bad.
What's going on?
Read what Saber Slash is. Is this right? He could have compulsed it, right?
Yes. Oh no, he has to destroy his own guy.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Never mind. Big brain play.
Oh shit. That's nasty. That's genius. What? Heads up play. Wow. Heads up play. This is why you don't play Saber Slash. Honestly. Because even book his own guy, he has to kill his own airball.
That's fucked. I didn't know, or I didn't think about that, I guess.
That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie. That was a sick play.
Good play.
Yeah, for sure. Never seen that interaction before. That's kind of cool.
I feel like, okay, so we already kind of painted the picture that Gibby started playing this format again and starts loading up X-Sabers, which are not typically thought of as one of the best decks in the format.
Yes.
And I feel like it's maybe been a slow awakening process of like why they are not treated as such. And like
yeah.
Saber Slash is like totally a card that you would be like, yeah, sick. They have access to so many different tools. And then something like this happens and you're like, wait, maybe everyone was right all along.
Yes. Yes. Down horrendous. There's a lot of tools that in X-Sabers you're like, man, Saber Hole, it's basically Solemn Judgment. And then you play and they kill your monster and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, or like they dash shoot you and you have like multiple Saber Holes.
Yeah, and your Saber Hole's just kind of rot.
And you lose to like a really awful, player.
I wouldn't say an awful player. I'd say like a tournament
Tough.
finalist. You lose to a tournament finalist. Not,
Tough.
not the
Either way.
worst. You could lose to a lot worse players after getting dust shooted. I'll say that much. There are a lot worse people you could lose to.
But back to the game.
Back to the game.
So
we're now in a
Equest got
position.
booked on the attack.
So this
This
Equest
seems
has
like it's gonna be
gotten
over
like
quite quickly.
this Equest has gotten 3 cards out of the opponent. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. Unless that's a jar, but then I mean one of these has to be Chariot.
I think that. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, fuck. I feel like Huh.
Pretty heads up. I normally don't see knock too frequently out of the Glad stack, but it's actually pretty good.
I think it's good.
Yeah. Well, because normally you're like, oh, they have a defense position guy. I can just tag off it. But people do bring in shit like this, like Jujitsu, Raiko, like.
Yeah, Raikou, Snowman Eaters. I mean, Snowman Eaters, you don't care that
no.
much. Though.
Oh, no. The game state getting simplified here. Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe he knows because of the way he flipped it. He doesn't have bottomless, or
Yeah.
also maybe Gibby wouldn't have booked in that way. I was
Yep.
kind of surprised that he booked there. Like, not surprised, I guess, but I feel like if you play the matchup, like, I got to prevent them from tagging at every opportunity. Like, they'll just whittle you down, you know?
Yeah, this is one of those moments, you know, this is one of those moments where you're like, damn, maybe 7 tools should have been Dust Tornado. Maybe I shouldn't have booked that attack. You know what I mean? It's like one of those types of moments.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. 7 tools seems pretty okay here because if you know Murray's playing trap stun, like
True. However, you get positions like this where
you
they
would
just
like your own trap stun.
well, they just Geyseris you or Bestiar you, and your 7 tools just gets owned. And yes,
Yeah.
your own trap stun would be much better. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know like the way some of these sequences played out. I mean, I will certainly say that probably having a different card instead of Saber Slash would have been nice.
yeah, like a smashing ground actually would have been pretty legit.
Yeah,
It would have
but
been
like
a fine card here.
on the whole, aside from the Saber Slash, like there weren't a lot of like 4 other cards he could have that would have really got him out of this.
Yep. One of them would have had to be like Cold Wave Cat Fault Roll. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. As far as like a card like 7 tools, it's like, yeah, it was kind of bad here, but I don't think that I would use this as a reason to cut it or not cut it, you know?
Yep. So what do you tag into here? It's the quest to get the Chariot, right? Like always, pretty much.
Yeah. So he requested the Wilhelm Knight. Yeah. I mean, that new set, you don't know what it is, right? But
what could it possibly be? I mean, like, what do you give a shit? You have like 5 cards. You're up, what is it? 7 to... If you resolve the quest, you're up 7-3. So, you're fine. You're fine. You're chilling. You're big chilling. You're absolutely relaxed.
yeah.
You're in a trance state.
Yeah. I mean, he quest for sure.
I feel like this is what initiates REM sleep for Gladiator Beast players. They start looping the Chariot, and it's just happy dreams for the rest of the evening. You know what I mean? Just happiness, you know?
Yeah. I mean, this was over basically when that Saber Slash thing happened. So kind of just...
Yeah, going through the motions, hoping for maybe like a jar or something, but there's nothing, dude. There's nothing you can do about this. Man. Let's say one of these sets is Gotham's, right? Let's just say that, for the sake of argument. Is there anything you could put together here off? Like, let's just say like a normal summon Styx, like a full helm, and then you Gotham's back your 2 guys. Is there anything you can put together? No, right? There's just nothing?
If you had Emmer's Blade and you got back to... I mean, no, not really. Like, if he clears 1, just like his back rows would have to be like unimaginably bad for anything to ever work out. Because the only thing is like you could crash depending on what he leaves on the field, you could like run it over so the Chariot's dead, and then you could like summon he only made phase 2 or something like that. I don't know, but no.
Banishing the
Answers
Retiari
like,
to
no.
banishing the Retiari is probably like, yo, I have Gotems. That's what that's the
Yeah, I
vibe I'm
guess.
getting. That's the vibe
I
I'm
guess.
getting. But hey, do what you gotta do, you know? Do what you gotta do to survive out here. It ain't easy. Bestiari making its return.
Yeah, yeah.
Brutal. Brutal.
This is what I'm saying. If he has like a monster, if he's a non-tuner, and then he goes run over the bestiary with Emmer's or with the air bomb, I don't know. But
the
yeah.
back rows would have to be like 3 Proving Ground and like a Cold Wave or a Trap Stun or something. Even Trap Stun stops that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And here comes the Geyseris with probably Solemn backup. So
yeah,
not much.
he
Not
could
should be
attack
done.
here too.
He could just attack here too. There's honestly not much to be done.
Attack main phase 2 guys here in this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That is a play. It's a very real play. Main phase 2 ceasefire for lethal. So looking at game 3, Saber Slash is probably getting the axe. It's probably not coming back in. Embarrassing display from Saber Slash. But maybe it stays, you know? Maybe it stays.
I mean, now you could try to threaten that with a full helm, but Chariot is still.
Yeah, Chariot's still active.
Yeah, he's fucked. He's just fucked.
He's just fucked. There's no card in the game, dude. There's literally no card legal in Edison format that does it here. There you go.
Agreed.
There you go. Gladiator Beast showing why the X-Saber matchup is a little bit of a meme. The funny thing is, the Gladiator Beast monsters...
Look, honestly, I've played Murray, I think, at least 3 times, and I have not lost to him with X-Saber. I'm pretty sure. It could be 2. I could be wrong about this. But played him a couple times, and I don't think that it's quite as bad. I mean, it's just like fundamental Glad matchup shit. Like, not even saying that there's a skill gap, but it's just like I said at the very beginning of the video, where it's like, you know, if you stick a big monster against Glads and you have like more deep prisons than they have, like cards like Test Tire or Cold Wave, then they kind of crumble. I mean, they just can't do anything.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think that, like, normally it's a lot easier for a deck to summon a big monster and then play sort of like Protect the King, like, type of deal. But with this X-Saber deck, its monsters are actually, like, in this weird spot where they're actually weaker than most of the Glad monsters, which isn't normally the case. So if they have trouble, like, piecing together a synchro or resolving a synchro, then
it definitely is reliant on you having multiple monsters on board to really do any of your plays, and like
exactly,
they're not monsters that match up well against Glads. I mean, the best thing they have going for them, and the whole reason to play the X-Saber deck, is Gotems. So I mean, and that also is like, I mean, it's a huge advantage if you get it off and can easily just generate advantage and stick a big guy on board that they'll have trouble dealing with. But at the same time, it doesn't match up that well against Glad. It's just between like Rediari and Bestiari popping it and the difficulty of keeping a guy on the board in general.
True. Also, like, I don't think Gibby is playing Raikou, which probably makes this matchup a lot worse. I think Raikou improves Gladiator Beast matchups significantly.
Yes.
So...
yeah, it's just better turn 1 plays too, because like look at those. Like, I mean, yeah, you're threatening maybe a turn 2 Hyunli, but
not really. I mean, not really. Like through any real back row.
Yeah, even if you have Cold Wave, if they chain like Compulse, then. But
We might see some nut draw shit. Might see some
Cat?
action. Let's see if we get some action. Cat would be
Cat
nutty.
fall troll?
Cat fall
Yep.
troll would be insane. Okay.
I mean, Arabellum fall troll is pretty nutty.
That is pretty nutty. What are you doing here? You just attack with everything first, right?
Yeah, this isn't. If you have the second fall troll, you can do something. But like weirdly, when
Oh shit.
fuck.
Oh shit, that's just game, right?
No.
No? Isn't full helm plus
Oh wait, maybe
fall
you-
troll into Gotham's bring back
Gotham's,
full helm?
and then you bring back. Yeah, either way.
That's 8400. That's just game. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Well,
X-Saber also OGK deck.
well, this can also happen. I mean, despite everything we just said, you can also kind of just get Trunade into summon 4 beat sticks. Like, it can just happen to you. It can just happen to you. Looks like Gibby's gonna take this
Let's
one.
see it. Looks like he's gonna take a few minutes to ponder this.
He's
line.
really thinking about how to put 8,000 together, even though it's pretty straightforward stuff.
Hey,
What's
we
he
might,
thinking about?
We might see some flubs.
If he's thinking about playing around Crow, which I don't think he should. I don't think he should play around Crow here. But if he's thinking about
Oh yeah, I would go for it anyway, but maybe that is, I mean, a consideration.
yeah. But like even Crow, it's like okay, you get a card out of their hand, and then you're getting at least 3 more cards out of their hand.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
you're still winning the game. Like, and you have a 3100 monster. Yes.
boom, boom, boom.
Bopped! Dude, he got him. Dude, that was nasty. That was a nasty turn, too. I'm not gonna lie. Got hims. Got hims. If you guys like this type of content, smash like, subscribe. You know? Stick around, hang out for the more high-stakes Edison action, and join the FL Discord. We're doing tournaments pretty regularly, and
You're doing the outro before that game's even.
we're doing the
Where you click
outro.
the
We're doing the
efficient-
outro while the damage life points little meter is running. You know the sound that it makes
Very
in the
efficient.
anime. You get what I'm saying. All right, peace out, everybody. Peace out.